How's it going, everyone? So this is going to be my quick no BS review about Scott Pilgrim EX that released yesterday. I was able to beat the campaign yesterday evening. About 6 to 5 hours you're able to crush through this campaign. I'm sure it could be cut down a little bit more once you get the nuance and everything involved and how you know the gameplay works and all the secret areas that you can explore. Once it gets down, I'm sure you can cut it down to maybe 4.5 hours, 4 hours. But if you're one of the people that do love a beat 'em up game that has a longer campaign or a longer storyline, I think Scott Pilgrim EX is going to be that game for you. Would I recommend this game for everyone? Probably not. Will I be replaying this game a bunch? If I was solo, probably not. I was streaming this game yesterday. I was asking people if they want to join in. I didn't really get that much engagement from people that wanted to join versus Towerborn versus Marvel Cosmic Invasion. I had a lot more success with that. So I don't know if that's saying anything about Scott Pilgrim EX. It is a different beat 'em up game. You know, there's more focus on the story than just playing through stages and going through runs. There's a lot of stuff that you can do in this game. I thought that was what brought the uniqueness to this beat 'em up game. Just like the first Scott Pilgrim game, there's a bunch of side missions, there's a bunch of secret areas, there's a bunch of other objectives that you could do away from the main story path in this game that you could, take some time to find some keys, open some doors, or go back with a bomb and build up a secret door. There's stuff that you could do that in this game, or, just using your head to, I wonder what I could use this hammer for, and then applying that and getting like a secret chest. So if you are a fan of like those secrets and all the things that you can explore in a beat 'em up game, I mean, we don't see many beat 'em up games like this other than like maybe River City Girls 2. Speaking of that game, Scott Pilgrim EX kind of copied the open world factor of River City Girls 2, but I think they kind of did it better because it was more seamless. The load screens from screen to screen wasn't so long. It's like just like 1 or 2 seconds. Even going to like a different zone was pretty quick. So you were not de-immersed from the game. You were fully immersed into Scott Pilgrim EX. The combos felt great. The characters felt unique. All of them felt unique in their own way. So if you like different playstyles in a beat 'em up game, you're gonna definitely get this from Scott Pilgrim EX. Unfortunately, you only have one super, just like Marvel Cosmic Invasion. I think all of them were like kind of AoE based in a way, where most of them, from what I did see, were more AoE based than like something different. So kind of like what Marvel Cosmic Invasion did. So Tribute Games is staying true to how they do supers as of late, rather than like how Shredder's Revenge did it. Like I said, would I recommend this game for everyone? Probably not. Will I do another playthrough? Probably not, unless I was playing this game co-op with other people. I think it would bring the fun factor up to the roof. I had some person come through my chat, said they love this game. They gave it a 9 out of 10. I was like, dang, I was only like a half hour in. So I couldn't give a real judgment on how I felt about the game yet, because I wanted to give it an honest try. Gameplay feels amazing. So if you like a fun gameplay feel of a beat 'em up game, you're definitely going to get this from Scott Pilgrim EX. The combos aren't too crazy. There is like a pseudo dodge in this game, which I didn't know about until I like clicked the block button and then hit the jump button. You do like iframe jump forward or jump back. So there is a input that you could use to do a dodge. You just have to click 2 buttons instead of 1. So that is there, and there is a parry system as well. Once again, you gotta click 2 buttons instead of 1. So a little more diverse with the button sets in this game. It's not a full dodge, it's kind of like a big hop as a dodge rather than like a roll. I think the biggest gripe I had about this game was like the bosses. They kind of felt too easy, especially if the last boss felt way too easy to defeat. I'm like, all right, there's gonna be a second phase. This was just like the first phase. There wasn't. The last boss was just one phase, and I was able to wreck him quicker than I think every other boss in the game. I think the coolest boss in this game, for me at least, was like when you're on the train. I don't want to spoil anything, but once you're on the train, I thought that was a pretty cool setup for a boss, and I enjoy that. So that was pretty unique on how he had to set up and lead up to that boss. Every boss seemed to have like a lead up, and if you die at the boss, you always have to go back and do that lead up to a boss. So they added a special challenge, but most of them did feel kind of repetitive. You just got to fight a group of enemies and then you just fight the boss. A couple bosses were different, but most of them, I think all like 12 of them, kind of like a lead up to a boss, fight a bunch of enemies that just spawn on the screen, and then the boss is there, and they have like kind of their unique boss mechanics. I thought they were a bit cooler than like Marvel Cosmic Invasion bosses. They didn't have any stubborn like block gauge. They had, I think, a little more move sets that felt not too cheesy, but kind of cool to engage in, except for the last boss. I don't know if I just cheesed them super fast, but I don't know. It was underwhelming. But I do have to commend that the audio was pretty amazing. You don't get this kind of music or audio from a lot of beat 'em up games, and I think they did a solid job. So kudos to them on the sound of Scott Pilgrim EX, because chef's kiss, it was amazing. So how would I rate Scott Pilgrim EX? I think I'll give it an 8. Maybe like an 8.2 or 8.5 if I was able to play with other people. But I gotta give him props for having crossplay. I gotta give him props for having local and online co-op. So that's definitely major bonuses. And those are kind of points I took away from Towerborn from not having that. Tribute to doing that right. I just felt like the lackluster of bosses and kind of the repetitiveness of certain bosses, like leading up to them, was kind of like a downer, but there was so much other things that you could do in this world that I thought was pretty unique. So I'll give it a solid 8 out of 10 in my books. Let me know what you guys rate Scott Pilgrim EX. Did you guys play? Are you guys on the fence about picking it up? Leave in the comments below because I would love to hear. That's my quick breakdown. I had a fun time. Will I play it again solo? Probably not. I'll probably go back to playing Towerborn because I think that game's a little more up my alley, and I'm liking the depth of that game. I'm like 15 hours in or 17 hours in, and just still having a blast and just going through that game and doing all the side quests. So if that tells you anything, whether I recommend picking up Towerborn or Scott Pilgrim, I will lean more personally to myself picking up Towerborn. It's a little bit cheaper, a lot more content to do in that game. Also, there is a new game plus in that mode as well. Scott Pilgrim has a new game plus as well. So if you do want to replay this game, you could change the difficulty as well. So if you're playing on normal, you could go hard, and you keep all your money that you had, and you keep everything that you bought as well. And it's a good way to like loop back and just, level up a different character at maybe a harder difficulty. All right, guys, have a great one. Let me know your thoughts down below. Did you guys pick up Scott Pilgrim EX? Did you enjoy it? Love you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, give subscribe. And if you guys want to stay in touch when I do drop content, click that bell notification down below. And if you guys want to go above and beyond and become a member to my channel, you guys are amazing. Thank you for that. You don't have to, no pressure, but thank you guys for all the support. Having a blast gaming this year. A lot of cool games are coming out, and not just beat 'em up games, but beat 'em up games are definitely taking over the first few months of 2026, and I'm not complaining. Love you guys. Until next time, peace.